Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this video I'm going to take a look at Galakrond Warlock. Yes, Galakrond Warlock is back at the top, once again doing extremely well in this current meta. And I have tried a few approaches to Galakrond Warlock, and this is the list that I came up with in the end. This is what I like the most. So what Galakrond Warlock does is that all of the Warlock invoke cards are going to summon a pair of 1/1s for you, so you're just going to have a ton of minions on the board all the time. And then you pair that up with a bunch of removal. You're also using those minions for removal because you have Plague of Flames. Excellent hard removal piece in a buff meta where there's just huge minions on the board. You can get some 1/1s on the board and Plague of Flames, and boom, they kill those big ones away. Then you have a huge swing turn with your Galakrond. Once it's fully invoked, it will summon 4 random demons and give you a weapon. And you have Alexstrasza, so you can Alexstrasza the opponent, lower their health total, use those demons, use the weapon, win the game. The new cards from Scholomance Academy can benefit Galakrond Warlock in multiple ways. What I have chosen to do here is to use the generators for soul fragments, but only use one of the payoff cards, which is the Sociologist Militia. Battlecry for each soul fragment in your deck, summon a 3/3 soul with Rush. I don't like using Militia in decks that use Plot Twist, because when you Plot Twist a lot then you end up drawing a lot of fragments. But with Galakrond Warlock you often have a bunch of fragments left in your deck, which makes Militia a much better option. I don't use any of the other payoff cards. The 7/8 Taunt minion, it's kind of okay. The 3/4 that deals 3 damage doesn't really support what this deck is all about. However, another new card that I do use is the Brittlebone Destroyer. Battlecry: if your hero's health changes this turn, destroy a minion. You can combine this with tapping, or you can combine this with drawing a soul fragment and it's active. It just has a lot of ways to activate that in this deck. And these Brittlebone Destroyer or Sociologist Militia, the way I see it, these are excellent choices when you don't go with the plot twists, and whereas if you would have plot twists in the deck, then you could use stuff like Galakrond Breaker. Typically, you are the defender when you're playing with this deck. You just try to clear the opponent's boards and then you start generating your own boards, culminating in Militia and the Galakrond, and then the final swing that will push for victory. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're always keeping Dragonblight Cultist. Dragonblight Cultist is just a phenomenal card. You keep it against aggro, you keep it against control, you just keep it against everything. You're often facing aggressive decks on the ladder, then you're looking for cards like Spirit Jailer, cards like Dark Skies, also the early Soul Fragment Generators, the School Spirits and Soul Share are good options to keep against aggressive decks. And when you're facing some slower decks, then in addition to Cultist, you can afford to look a little bit more into more invoke cards like Devoted Maniacs, maybe Shield of Galakrond. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also support the content that I create by joining as a paying member here on YouTube or joining as a subscriber on Twitch, where I live stream 6 days a week, so check down below for a link to my Twitch channel if you're interested in that. And now, let's go take a look at Galakrond Warlock in action. It's a priest. It's really tough that priest is now one of the best classes, because that means that you get to play against priest a lot. Hi, sweet little goat. Where is the Demon Hunter? The Demon Hunter list isn't ready. I would need to update it. It just isn't done yet. But we'll see. I'll eventually be able to get it sorted out.
On wings of destruction they come.
Yep, just some Dragon Priest action. Duplicates Dragon Priest, not a Highlander deck, right? There's some cheap dragons coming. It's a little awkward. I'm going with the Cultist, of course. Let's see about the answer those. Well, there are plenty of dragons in hand, so a Breath of the Infinite will of course clear. It's kind of an unlikely thing to be played. The 4/8 Twilight Drake, how about that? How about that indeed? I mean, I think I'm just jamming some cards on this board and hitting the priest in the face a little. And see what happens next. Priest may have AoE, may not have AoE. I can't quite tap into the Brittlebone yet. That will have to wait a little. Alright. So, priest is looking for some AoE maybe? Because if the Twilight Drake has trade into 5-1, that's a little awkward. Wow, there was a death. Don't think I mind the current situation anyway, though. 7 cards in hand. I don't want to draw yet. I'm fine with just playing the shield. I'm just smacking that priest in the face a little. See what the priest is going to do next. Priest obviously has some discovered tools there. There's still the coin left. Next turn I have tap in the Brittlebone Destroyer. If, for example, this one is going to get Apotheosis, then I will just hard remove it. So it is not a problem whatsoever. Yeah, that's the plan here. Then now I can simply tap. And then I can play the Brittlebone Destroyer and kill that minion. So I don't have to worry about a little bit of Apotheosis play. Now we have gotten rid of 1 copy of Apotheosis. Priest has access to up to 7 mana now because of the coin, so we'll see where we're going to go from here. I currently have 7 cards in hand, we'll go to 8 cards in hand, so I can't play the Veiled Worshipper unless I also play something else. I have like Artificer's Soul Share if I need to do some board clearing. The Coin Soul Mirror play. Well, now we have gotten rid of the Apotheosis and the Soul Mirror, so a couple of priest cards have been destroyed. So it's all looking good, it's all looking good. No worries whatsoever. 8 cards in hand, I think I can still tap and go to 9 cards in hand in this position, and then I'll just play the shield. Now my Galakrond would be fully invoked if I could just find it. That would be great. We have made the priest spend the coin, the soul mirror, the apotheosis. Just because the way to beat priest is priest crumbles if you can deal damage and you can present threats long enough. Or you run out of threats and priest removal is enough. One or the other will happen. I kind of want the both of these netherrats to go face in this matchup. So I will avoid using them for board clears if I can. Ooh, we get the Galakrond. Please don't kill the 4/5. Splendid, splendid. That was awesome. Now there's a bit of a problem in that my hand is very, very full. So I can't really play the Worshipper. I don't really want to play a Crazed Netherwing. I may have to though. 16 cards in the deck, 9 cards in hand, so I start by tapping. And I find an Alexstrasza. That's sweet. I think I have to play the Crazed Netherwing here. I think one of these has to be played now. Alright, priest is at 8 mana, 21 health. Veilweaver, that can go long with this mana total. What does the priest have there? Alright, there's a death, and a Thought Steal. Am I fine with that? I mean, I could put the priest down to 11. Priest might be able to find a random answer to Alexstrasza with the Veilweaver. I might also go for a Soul Share here. 10 cards, my hand is full. I think I'll go for the Shear. Now I have 9 cards in hand, so now I'm able to tap. Sadly, that card is not a threat. I really needed to find some threats here. 9 cards in hand again. Now this is a little awkward, because of course there's also the chance that priest finds Illusia, and Illusia can definitely win this game. That might also win this game. Oh no, so much damage coming in. So much coming in 2 turns. Oh dear. That is terrifying. Well, that sucks. Priest found my Galakrond before I did. Have to be a little bit sad about that, I suppose. 9 damage, so Illusia is lethal with my nether breaths. I think I just need to do it like this for now. So I can get a couple of cards on this board. But the real problem is that these imprisoned Felmos... Well, actually when I do it like this, Illusia is lethal with my nether breaths again. Priest having 2 Galakronds before I have 1 simply is difficult for me.
You've got me fired up.
Priest also has Kronks, of course, left. This looks a little difficult. Need to do the School Spirits here. Kill off the Imps, 9 cards in hand, I can tap. I have to play the Artificer and Nether Breath now, in order to survive the imprisoned Felmos, potentially. But Priest's minions get +2/+1, and then there's 2 imprisoned Felmos, of which at least 1 is going to go face. Priest has the Kronks left, of course. For the overall power level of this Priest deck, or this Priest draw rather, not really the deck, it's just the draw, does seem fairly significant. Nine cards in hand, so I tap and go to 10 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. I have to play both copies of Dark Skies, right? 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 held on board. So I can do it like this to clear this board. But Priest's hand is thoroughly buffed, and I cannot find. I cannot find the tools. 8 cards in my hand, so 2, 3, 4 mana. Plus 4 mana, spends 4 cards, draws. Yes, I can. I can tap into Jailer, Artificer, Plague of Flames, and Veiled Worshipper. Alright, I managed to pick up my Galakrond. Obviously, when the Priest finds Illusia, Priest just steals my Galakrond, right?
Your mind is not your own.
Another stealing card. Very well. Now I have seen... No, 1 Cabal Acolyte was randomly generated. So there is still another Cabal Acolyte left for the Priest. And thanks to the Imps, the Plague of Flames isn't totally reliable. And Sociologist does give me 5 3/3s with Rush at the moment, but they're not doing that much either. Priest has Kronks left, so anytime Priest gets to keep a board, there is a chance that the Priest can do great things with it. So 5, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's too much damage coming if there's a Kronks. I think I need to do the Sociologist. And kill that one now that there's a chance. Leave just the 1/1s up. I think this was the optimal. This was the optimal line. I can't leave a Kronk's Lethal here.
On wings of destruction they come.
So Priest has Plague of Death remaining. There's probably one copy of Plague of Death in a duplicate deck, right? There is also another wave of Apathy remaining. And there is the Breath of the Infinite.
Your mind is not your own.
And there's that one more Cabal Acolyte, because one was randomly generated. All of the Cabal Acolytes have been 4/7s, thanks to the random buff that the Priest got from stealing my things.
Dance, puppet, dance.
And I'm out of cards here. Priest is also almost out of cards though. That's an upside. I can play the Crazed Netherwing here, that's possible. I could Nether Breath the Cabal Acolyte, but I don't think I want to. I'll just play the Devoted Maniac here and not swing with it. This one wakes up, but now there's plenty of minions on the board, so it probably will die. Next turn I'm playing the Galakrond. Hopefully. Ah, Priest was able to find the second copy of Apotheosis. That is unfortunate. So pretty much everything is random. There's no Kronks in hand. Okay. I can do Plague of Flames here. There's a big probability that Cabal Acolyte dies to it. So I have to give that a try. Most likely Cabal Acolyte is going to die. And sometimes it doesn't. Well, that Cabal Acolyte not dying was definitely a sad thing. Because I had a very good chance that it dies, and if it died, if it were to die, then that would mean that Priest wouldn't get healing, I would be able to go face with the Dragon Claw. That was what I was after, that didn't happen. Priest has that one top deck card now. Alright, it is a taunt. So what can I do now? If I hit into the taunt minion, then I will have 8, 9, 10, 13 plus 8. Wouldn't that be lethal? I do think it would. So I hit into that one. Then I will play the Kronks. Give my minions +2/+2. After which all of my minions are going to the Priest's face. And we finally have one dead Priest. I've just met so many Priests now only. Now it's finally something else. Let's see what's going to happen here. A class that isn't Priest. I haven't seen any of these for a long time, so I might be a little rusty in this matchup. Alright, that was good. Now this cannot be buffed to the Guardian Orc Merchant.
Hey, I got you, friend.
It can still be buffed to Beaming Sidekick, of course. I suppose I'm fine with that. Do I just want to Dark Skies this board away? Or do I still try to fight for the board control with the Cultist? I think I can Dark Skies these. I have a Devoted Maniac coming next turn, so if there's another 2 health minion I can handle it. It's only the Bone Chewer Brawler that's a problem. And if there was a Bone Chewer Brawler, wouldn't that have been played rather than the sidekick? Maybe not. Alright, this goes beautifully into the Devoted Maniac. Now the Devoted Maniac arrives, and it trades away the Animal Companion, the Demon Companion. So I get rid of those attack buffs. That's good. If I can find a dragon, I will have tons of healing. Next turn, right now is looking like a tap into Dragonblight Cultist. But we'll see. You just trade away the entire board, you do, okay, I'm fine with that. This turn is a tap. And then the Dragonblight Cultist. We get another 3 minions on the board. Good. Haven't found a dragon yet, but it could be okay. I have the ability to draw more cards if I like. I have the ability to get Devoted Maniac out there. Altruist probably means I have to Netherbreath, right? Yeah, I have to Netherbreath the Altruist. Altruist is too scary. A bit old-fashioned list, still running Altruist, probably also running Skull then. Was that 1 damage so important? I do wonder. This is my best chance to get a dragon. So it's the Veiled Worshipper. Can I pick up a dragon, please? I can. Beautiful. Because then I can Netherbreath the Altruist away. So Altruist dies and I heal up. Beautiful combination of things. Only 1 Soul Fragment in the deck at the moment, so only one immune from the Militia. So there's a Claybound Adept coming, I see. But now I have 9 cards and there happens to be 9 held on the board. Which means that I can simply Dark Skies this board, can I not? I can, I definitely can. Do I want to also develop the Devoted Maniac there? I could, yes, I could. I can simply Dark Skies the board away. The entire board will be destroyed. And then I can drop the Devoted Maniac. I'm at 19, but I have the Moarg Netherbreath to heal for 16. And I have a lot of Soul Fragments, of course, potentially available at some point. Unless the Demon Hunter doesn't develop any minions, then I cannot heal. But they do develop some minions, so is this the moment to heal for 16? Would I say that healing for 16 is useful here? I would say so, that prevents any sort of surprises. 8 cards in hand, I can tap and go to 9 cards as well.
Must destroy.
Yes, I will tap, go to 9 cards. I'll play the Moarg. I don't know the Moarg. Then I will kill off that one. I will go to 28. So now suddenly I have more health than the Demon Hunter. There won't be damage spells in the current lists, so there's no downside to the Moargs. This looks like a hand. Rogue is going to be very aggressive. This gives me several ways to handle rogue boards, including stealthed boards. I'm on the coin, so Rogue doesn't have the coin. Rogue kept 2 cards. I expect a Spy Mistress or something on 1. That didn't arrive. I am surprised. Of course, I don't know what sort of rogue deck I'm up against yet. There's the good old Sneaky. If I do not kill the Sneaky immediately, there can be card draw with the 3/3. What do I do if that happens? I think I'm still tapping here. But Greyheart Sage could give the rogue 2 cards now, as well as develop a 3/3 minion. No Greyheart Sage, that's great. Mr. 1-drop. Just Deadly Poison, okay. So far so good. That's no problem. Let's drop the School Spirits on that now. Get some Soul Fragments into the deck. What I want to find is a dragon. There are 3 dragons in the deck, and at some point I need to heal. I have some Moargs. Rogue of course has spells, so Rogue can kill minions effectively when there's a Moarg on the board, but still not too bad. Rogue just wants to have fun. Well, there is that crazed Netherwing. I suppose this is a Dark Sky's turn to kill those minions. Netherbreath is active, I will be able to heal. I can choose to heal 8 at one point or choose to... Why are people playing that joke card in their deck? I do not know. I do not know why they do that. Now, unfortunately, there is the risk that I could die next turn to this hooked Scimitar. Which means that I will have to use my Netherbreath to heal only for 4. No, I can still use it to heal for 16. I can use it to kill my own Moarg. And I believe that is the approach I'm taking here. Playing 2 Moargs, coining Netherbreath on one of them, so that I will heal for 16 and go to 26. I believe this is appropriate. Now, should this rogue have Steel Dancer in the deck, but there probably isn't a Steel Dancer, right? This seems to be like pure aggro. Now Backstab can kill that. Get that one right. Wand Thief could give rogue something. Can I afford to tap here? I don't have to tap here. I can simply Dark Skies and then play a Dragonblight Cultist. This is fine. So I kill those minions. Don't let the rogue have potential card draw if there's a Greyheart Sage found. So now the rogue needs a Secret Passage. But when the rogue finds a Secret Passage, that means that rogue is in a position to push again. There's the Penflinger. Cutting Class isn't terrible. Penflinger back to the hand. Okay, so far so good. Rogue has been able to replenish the cards a little. I'm slightly concerned, I suppose. I have to tap a bit. Oh, I can do Spirit Jailer. And I can do Dragonblight Cultist. Penflinger is going to be used to kill that, hilariously enough, but it's fine. I'm at 18, I have 4 Soul Fragments in the deck, so more healing is coming from there. What has the rogue found? Another Cutting Class. Well, rogue definitely drew a lot of card draw right there. That was something. Well, if I leave that one up, I can probably afford to tap though. Ooh, that's a good one. 6 cards in hand. Now many more cards in hand. Finding another Netherbreath, that's cool. Finding a Soul Fragment, that's cool. School Spirit's not played right now, but we're just going in with these. I mean, I had the option to kill that with a Plague of Flames at the cost of these before I played the Veiled Worshipper. Perhaps that could have been correct, because now with the Greyheart Sage the rogue can draw even more. Well, rogue could always play the second copy of Sneaky and then draw even more like that. Penflinger in my face. 2 penflingers. Alright. Hilarious. Is there a potential lethal here? With a couple of eviscerates? No. I don't think even a pair of eviscerates is going to do that. It's me down to 5 health. A lot of damage in that rogue deck, I see. Well, I suppose I'm trading that away. I believe I want to go to 15 now.
Incredible.
The rogue in the face a little bit. Alright. Does the rogue have another 11 from hand? Maybe there can be. Maybe it's possible. There is that mage spell. There's 2 penflingers. That one's sneaky. No, they cannot be bounced enough times, probably. And I have a lethal setup here with the Nether Breath, so rogue will also have to take that into account. Maiev is great, though. That means that I don't have a lethal here. Rogue will get more turns. Intriguing. More penflinging. Followed by what? An eviscerate, I see. It doesn't go to face. Conjurer's Calling. Oh dear. So what I will want to do here is I will Plague of Flames this board away. I'll push 7 to Rogue's face. Rogue goes down to 10. I'll also Netherbreath the Rogue's face, otherwise there could be a lethal, so that will cost 3 mana. So that will cost 3 mana. I'm going to do that. I put more soul fragments in the deck for more potential healing. Those go face. I will Plague of Flames to clear the board. Then I'm going to play the Worshipper to draw some cards, which may include some soul fragments. And I guess I will Netherbreath the Rogue's face here. So I go to 19, Rogue goes to 6. But I cannot kill the Rogue next turn, so Rogue will have another turn after this. I obviously have another Plague of Flames, so I will be able to kill all the stealth minions too. And Rogue spending... well, that Doomsayer right there. Rogue will be fine with the Doomsayer, though won't Rogue, because Alexstrasza is waking up now. I might even try with a hand like this. How much longer will you stream? Something like 40 minutes maybe? Half an hour?
Let me work my magic.
Ah, a very aggressive hunter deck. Very aggressive. I probably have to take 3 from that one. We'll see what the spell is going to be. No spell. Okay, I'm cool with that. I'll just shear the Face Stalker away. I'm ready to take 4 from the Initiate, I guess that's okay. Oh, this is the aggro face hunt. This is the aggro face Secret Hunter. Yeah, I know this deck. I know what this deck is. So there's a scavenging. There's the Hyena in that deck. Hyena puts 7/7 stats on board, so then there will be 9 held on board. But I don't have that many cards. I will only have 7 cards. I suppose soul sharing that is still fine here. Yeah, this is the secret phase hunter. The hyena? No hyena. Just mobile pretingers. Okay, so hyena is not in hand. There is 7 health on the board. I have 7 cards in hand. So I will be able to dark skies all of that away. Exact fit. But the hunter will keep coming, of course. Hunters are not known to quit very easily. And as it stands, I have not found a single invoke card. Can I tap and go to 15? I suppose I may have to. They typically don't run explosive trap anymore. Oh, the reader. That is an awkward position now, isn't it? Can Hunter have 9 damage for 7 mana? They could. There are definite risks involved with the Sociologist. Because there's Unleash. Sometimes at least there's Unleash in that deck. I think I'll go into Sociologist here anyway. We'll see. This... It can still be pressure plate. Explosive trap typically is not run in that deck. I'd be very surprised if it was explosives. Yeah, it is pressure plate. Pressure plate is far more common in that particular archetype. So Hunter is down to 16 and I have 14 here on the board, which means that I'm going to play Galakrond now, which will give me 5 additional health, so I will go to 12. And seemingly it also gives me a taunt minion. Not bad. So then the hunter will die. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.